because several videos ago I uploaded a content which I named Your Death. This video is going to be a companion to that called Your Life. Almost an attempt to cleanse the palate perhaps after that first video, although I think it was ultimately liberating. You can be the judge of that. In that video, and you might want to watch that prior to this, although they can be watched in any order, I concluded that as far as you're concerned, from your experiencing structure, there's no such thing as your death. Now, to state that taken out of context might be tricky, so the video's there if you want to view it. So this is about your life and about my life. And our lives often are defined by our responsibilities and what we need to do and how we need to act. And a lot of people's lives are about struggle and routine, about coping with loved ones in terms of perhaps looking after people who are suffering from ill health, or perhaps your own health isn't good. There can be issues around money and how to earn a living and how to manage financially and where to live and how to gain an income. And often, for many people, there just doesn't seem enough time to fulfill all those responsibilities. There seems too much chaos, and they're forever trying to bring order out of that chaos, and it's a continual battle, a daily battle. The routine of life is about trying to survive almost, and if there's some space for happiness and to do perhaps what the individual would like to do, then that's a bonus, but very rarely happens. And that's how often the surface drama plays out for many people, and there aren't enough hours in the day or enough time in the week or the month or even the year to actually take a breath and take stock of one's life, because you haven't got that luxury. You have to just keep going. You have to keep going and not stop. There's not just one issue and problem and difficulty facing you, but there might be 5 or 6, and it's about prioritizing which to focus on next. So that's the context of many people's lives, and then it's easy to look at other people's lives and think, oh, I fancy a swap there, that might be a whole lot better for me. But there's a danger in that, because of course we don't really know what's happening for other people. We don't know what their inner world is. We might see an idea of what the life is from the outside, but often you can scratch the surface of those potentially wonderful lives and find nothing but heartache and despair and a continual battle to try and keep it together whilst pushing forwards. I suppose what I'm saying is that surface level drama and experience that we see playing out in other people's lives isn't always what it appears. So we all have very complex and individual lives, and you're the expert in your life, and you'll know how difficult it is and where the problems are and what you would like to change and what you'd like more of and what you'd like less of. So now when I'm talking about your life, then we will expect and explain that that can be difficult. That service level drama can be a challenge, to put it mildly. But your life also exists beneath that drama. And this is the place that I want to just try and dip a toe into in this video. And that place is the background to what's happening in your life. We could name it as the pure conscious awareness that holds everything that arises within it. We could call it your conscious awareness, not of what's happening and what you need to do, but of simply witnessing the moment. This is the place of being rather than doing. Now often people, if they have the luxury, put time aside to meditate, and they do this regularly each day. But actually, perhaps all you need to do is stop for maybe a moment or two and just breathe in that sense of being present. Drop into that deeper sense of being in the world, but not of the world. Allowing yourself to see if you can recognize the awareness that comes before the naming, comes before the experiencing of your life. This awareness, this background awareness is always there. It comes before the drama. It comes before the order and the chaos. It exists prior to your naming of events and your likes and dislikes and your desires for things to be better. This is another word for acceptance. And so you breathe in the acceptance of just being present in the moment. And you don't have to aim for half an hour of meditation, just 30 seconds, a moment, a minute or two of trying to find the backdrop to your thoughts, not being carried away by what the immediate need is, what the thought is screaming at you that you need to do next in order to get on with your life, but the background to the thoughts, not the thoughts themselves, the space that the thoughts arise in. This is the untouchable, unknowable center or ground of your being. And that can't be harmed and is in perfect harmony with what is. But so often in life it doesn't get a chance to manifest through you because of the filter of the story of you and the thoughts, the racing thoughts of what you need to do next, and which is the most important thing to focus on. And so a moment or two might be all it takes for you to breathe in the sense of being present in the moment. There is a part of you deep within that is obscured by the filter of your life, and that part of you is life. And if you can find that place more and more frequently, there's a natural unfolding and simplicity to that awareness, that beingness, that can infuse your actions and can help you find simplicity of action, can help you see through the constant barrage of negative and stressful thinking, and will allow you to function in a more natural and simpler way. It brings clarity of mind, and so the surface drama of your life seems to play out, and still it seems to be the same. You're still facing the same immediate problems, and you still need to act, but you're doing it not from the old scripts of fear and constriction, but from a space of purity and openness and acceptance and grace. And then your life unfolds in a different way because you are coming from a different place. And so perhaps the start of that change, that transcendent way of being in the world, begins with just a moment of simply taking a breath and stopping and breathing and allowing yourself to just be aware of what's in front of you, and just coming to a halt. It doesn't take time. This is timeless, because when you find that place, that is a timeless presence that can infuse your sense of being in the world and can then make life a lot simpler. And of course you still go into the world and act and have to function and have your responsibilities, but you'll find that actually you carry with you the inner peace, tranquility and stillness that allows you to function and act in the world in a simpler and more natural way.